the William Street Swap Shop. It's called the William Street Swap Shop.
Just keep shaking hands until we say it's a deal.
Sometimes you gotta make long deals in this world. Sold American, they say.
That's right. Joined by a new special co-host today. It's a Tuesday afternoon, my favorite day of the week. Is it your favorite day of the week?
No, Tuesdays aren't that great. Honestly.
It's right the day before the middle of the week. It's the day that you relax and you know one more day and then it's hump day.
I try to save it for TGI Fridays. Not the restaurant, but the whatever that saying is about. It's Friday, let's get loose.
TGIF?
Let's hang loose with the caboose.
And then some people say IDGAF on Tuesdays.
What is it?
I don't give a F.
Oh, I don't give a F. That's true.
Do you give an F for watching this show right now?
I do give a F about the show.
Well, we want to welcome you in the chat. You can feel free to give us questions. We'll answer them. I have my computer open right now. Or give us a call at 413-961-4263. My name is Zach.
My name is Eddie Ray.
And it's a deal.
It's a deal.
So, joining me today is a special guest host. The whole week I'll be joined by special guest hosts. Matt is currently in Portland, Oregon, doing some business deals. I believe yesterday I joked that he was working on a shoe pitch video that I put together for him, and we're going to play that later in the show. But he's working on pitching some shoe products. As you guys know, Nike, they're from Portland, Oregon, and everybody owns a pair of Nikes at one or has owned a pair of Nikes at one point in their life. So what better way than to try and partner with them?
Never have.
You never have?
No, I don't believe in Nikes.
Okay. Well, just imagine a shoe company that had as a swap shop partnership.
Okay.
I saw that we had a pair of Simpsons Converse sneakers on here a while back.
Those are cute.
So something like that. So Matt is out pitching, doing that, and I also like to joke that Leica is there, the stop motion studio.
Ooh, I do love them.
So maybe he's working on a stop motion swap shop project.
How about that?
All their films are amazing. I say 4 stars to all of. Go see all their movies. Buy them all.
And right now, PC Honky Boy in chat says Matt's dead and they are lying. No.
Well,
Matt's,
it's a possibility.
It's possible, but I just saw Matt post on Instagram this afternoon. He's alive, sitting by the ocean, watching the birds on the beach.
Ghost in the Machine, though. There's Ghost in the Machine. They can type from the netherworld. Ghosts can do that.
Can they?
I saw a show about it, yeah.
Oh. Well, last time we had you on, Eddie, I believe you blessed an object. You purged it. Evil spirits.
Yeah, it was an alligator head called Abigail Breslin.
That's right. And now Abigail Breslin, I believe, is with Chelsea, and it's hopefully not haunting your house, Chelsea.
I hope she's not dead.
Eddie, would you like to tell everybody watching the show a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Eddie Ray. I work here at Adult Swim. I'm a jack of all trades. I do a lot of stuff here for Adult Swim. You name it, I've done it. I've made out with it probably. And I'm on the side. I make short films. I ghost hunt, bootleg ghost hunt. I like paranormal shenanigans. So if you have paranormal questions, I might be able to answer some for you. I might be able to do some ghost things for you. I love Halloween and all things spooky. So if you got stuff about that, I know about that kind of stuff. Halloween's coming, so
that's right.
Costume
you started
questions.
Celebrating September 1st.
I do. I start celebrating Halloween September 1st. Start putting Halloween costumes together and stuff. So I'm getting ready to roll. You know?
Someone in chat said you should pull your bolo tie up, but this is your style.
No, I like to have things loose as a caboose.
That's right. You never know. You don't want it to feel
I don't
like
like
it's
to
too
get.
tight.
I have a thing about getting choked to death, and I don't want to get. I want to be able to get this thing off in case somebody tries to choke me from behind.
Eddie, one thing you have taught me is you've told me about scenarios that I never thought that it would happen or be possible to me. One time you mentioned that I could be in the bathroom. You said you never use the restroom with your back towards anyone. You always use the stalls.
I don't use what they call the urinals.
Right.
Because someone could come in and cut your throat.
Someone will come up behind you.
I don't know who told me that as a child, but it must have screwed me up because I don't use the urinals. I use the stalls, and I lock the door because I feel like there's a door there and I can, get my crap together. you know, literally. And I don't want somebody to cut my throat because I feel like at the urinal you're not prepared and somebody could come behind you and like cut
Right.
your throat. It's the thing.
You're focused on other things, and then something comes.
You know,
by.
you're looking down at your wee wee, and you don't want somebody to cut your throat. I don't.
So it's always you're a stall person or a private bathroom.
I'm a stall person. Let me have my time. That's my time in the stall. Let me think about my life for a minute.
What about
you
when
know?
you're at home in your own personal bathroom? Do you stand up with your back in case there's a
No, I
hiding,
lock.
or do you
I
still...
do lock the door.
Okay.
Even when I'm home alone, I lock the bathroom door.
Okay. Because that's when you're at you can't defend yourself.
No, it's like the Goonies. That's my time down there. You know, let me lock the door.
They said they would. We can see chat right now. They said they would love to see someone try and choke you.
To say would like to see someone choke me.
I think that's what they wanted to see, but we don't endorse
Well.
violence on the swap shop.
Well, there's
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
they
people
meant it
that
in
would
a-
want to see
I
me
don't think they meant it
choked.
in a harmful
Probably.
way. I think they just wanted to see you in a defend your.
I mean, you mean like this?
I think
like,
so. From like to come up.
I mean, I'm into depressing things sometimes, bleach and stuff. So, you know, just being choked. I mean, I'm not against it in the bedroom, probably. Whatever. I'll try something once or twice.
Hey, and you're trying a new thing now. You're hosting the William Street Swap Shop.
Yeah, totally.
It's a brand new experience for you and myself. The first time I ever had you on, we interviewed Boo, who was a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
And I remember we joined her, and we actually found out going back a throwback to the Ghost in the Machine.
Yeah.
She had a computer that was haunted because it was possessed. It kept popping up pop-up ads for pornography.
Yeah, there was a computer that it basically porn kept coming up on the computer, and she was trying to get rid of it, but I was like, just give it to me.
Right.
I'll take if the porn's coming up on its own, that's interesting. And
Especially, I'm a
Free
clean,
porn?
pure person, but if it's coming from a ghost, I gotta know what would turn a ghost on.
I mean, if XTube's coming up for free all the time, then I'm interested. If it's giving me free links to porn that I don't have to pay for, not that I pay for porn for God's sakes, but I'm saying, you know, if it's giving it up for free, then give me that computer. Don't
Right.
bless it with whatever you're doing
Don't
to
try
get
and
rid
fix
of
it. Just
It doesn't need fixing.
bring your haunted computer to Eddie Ray.
Yeah, totally.
Vorticall is supporting you, Eddie. Vorticall says that's perfectly reasonable
Yeah,
to be
there's
worried
nothing,
about you.
You know,
in the
it's
shower.
2016. There's nothing wrong. Porn is like, that's like, at this point, that's like Nickelodeon or something. That's just another channel.
Right.
This is another channel. That's Comedy Central at this point.
That's right. That's right.
Want
Just
to
another
play some
channel.
Nerf?
We have a question from Kiss fan. They said, "Why did you put whiteout on your glasses?"
That's not whiteout. That's tape. It broke. That's tape. Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tape. Right there, that's
Okay.
tape.
So
it's not whiteout.
If you do have any questions for Eddie or myself, feel free to give us a call at 413-961-4263. Benjamin Rivera, real quick, says, bathrooms are meditative. I don't see why someone would try to choke someone there.
Well, we live in Atlanta. Look it up. Enough said. Atlanta's rough.
Right.
It's rough and tumble here.
That's right. And Eddie, do you believe in a swap-based economy?
You're talking about like even Steven swapping?
Right. No money. You don't buy
The
anything.
swap-based economy is
I mean,
coming.
You have
Sharon is Karen. It's basically I think what you're talking about is communism. I think on some levels.
Are you prepared for it? Probably not.
Sure.
So if you buy a burger and I say, hey, that looks like a really good burger, all I got was a hot dog, or you got chicken wings and I got a hot dog, and I say, I want some of those wings, I'll give you part of my hot dog.
I mean, if we're friends, I'll share with you. Yeah, I'm a sharing kind of guy.
Okay.
You know, I'm not a hot dog kind of dude, but I'll be like, well, sure, I'll taste that dog, and I'll share some of those wings.
Well, we're friendly here in the William Street Swap Shop, and we're friendly with you who's watching this.
Yeah.
And we're willing to swap with you. If you have any items you'd like to swap, email them at williams.swap@gmail.com. We can take a look at what's up for swap right now. Oh, it looks like we have a caller.
Oh my god.
That's the noise. Someone has come on into the swap shop. Come on in.
How are y'all doing?
We're doing
Fine.
great. How about yourself?
I'm doing quite nice. It's been, a little down, with all scary showers and not. But I actually had, something I was going to try to send into the swap shop.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it. It'd probably work better if I was on a Snapchat, but...
On Snapchat?
Um, Or let me see what's going on the stream. There's a bit of a
Okay.
lag.
If you
I'm
email
sorry,
it
they
to,
hot.
it's okay. If you email it to williams.swap@gmail.com, we'll get it right now, and we'll be able to pull it up. By the time the lag loads, it will be up on the screen.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So, what do you have any questions for Eddie while you load your computer image?
Any questions?
Yeah, Eddie is my guest host today. He's been claimed
Oh,
to be, not self-claimed, but he's been stated to be the king of Halloween in Atlanta.
That's what they say.
Oh, no, that's just fancy.
It's pretty fancy.
How did you come across something like that?
I just work hard for Halloween. I just do so many activities during September and October
Oh,
for Halloween.
it's always good to have a passion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my passion for selling discount, shower cutlery, and, my other operation, mind your own business.
So you have a LLC called Mind Your Own Business?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about starting up. I mean,
I think that would be great.
great.
I think that would be a great business opportunity. The logo would be the top of someone's head, mind your own business. It's a creative endeavor. Hey, I brainstorm business ideas for you.
And it's about minding your
yeah.
own business?
Absolutely.
And then you sell knives, you said, is your other job?
Oh, yeah, it's a little bit of everything, I think I heard, I'm a jack of all trades. There isn't, anything I don't like to, pick up and learn.
Would you, if you had to sell a knife to Eddie and I, which one knife would you try and sell us? Would you mind just doing a quick sales pitch?
Well, it all depends on, what is the situation that you're in. I mean, you don't want to take a skinning knife to carve a turkey.
What if what if it's like demons or something?
Yeah, give us a pitch.
Oh,
Like
demons?
pretend you're coming back in the swap shop real quick, and you're a salesman with a knife, and you're like, "Hello, I got some knives to sell." So we'll pretend to open up,
okay.
knock on the door.
Right there.
Come on in. I hear a knock. Come on in. He looks like he has a whole bunch of knives. That's okay. Come on in. We're not afraid.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I
I don't know.
lost your
Hi.
number in my suitcase.
What you got in that
How are y'all?
suitcase, sir?
Well, just, your simple, stank, prison tubes, lattices.
You know what I'm really
Some filter.
interested? I like your cutlery, but I'm really interested in a scythe. Do you have one of those?
Oh, guy.
A scythe?
A scythe.
A scythe.
Oh, a scythe? I had one, but I think I left that out, rough, and then it got black. I mean, I think I do have like a comma, that's a little small, crisp one. I mean, that's always, good to have. That's nice, little extra black framing arm, like all nimbly.
I'll buy a knife from you. I'll swap you a knife for this track phone I have.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's got unlimited minutes. It's got a great cell signal.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I got some nice throwers I'll put in, and
Oh, I'm a big fan of.
looking at the one photo I was gonna send. It's
That's one of my
beautiful.
favorite hobbies is throwing knives. I go out to the woods by myself and
Oh yeah.
just throw them all.
So my other hobby of finding isn't that great, but we do sell magnets that sell by corporations,
Magnets?
and it's just nice, fine rate. I don't rob nobody, because honestly, it's just easy to remember one skill for everyone.
Eddie, do you have any questions for?
What about one of those
knife
Rambo
salesman?
knives with the compass in the ass? The ass of the compass in the
yeah.
ass of the knife?
And they have little compartments for hiding all your doodads, like matches,
Oh yeah, I like a hidden compartment for doodads and
Yeah.
I like Sour Patch Kids and I like to hide them.
Is that where you would put them in the knife?
Yeah, I'm not like a drug kind of dude, so I like to hide my Sour Patch Kids in there.
That's a good way.
Well, I
Because if
mean-
you've been swapping too much, you say, "I'm all out of Sour Patch Kids. Sorry, I can't swap anymore." And then you go back to
Unscrew
the
the
corner.
top.
And then if they come around the
One
corner
of
and
them.
see you with it, you pull the knife, the other end of them, and say,
Yeah.
"Stay away from my Sour Patch Kids."
Yeah, you cut them And then you can, those knives we were talking about earlier, that's what you go in the bathroom and cut somebody's throat with.
You know, actually, along with my stainless steel theory, I do have that set of polymer, and you know, it's just hanging right up there with the little bathroom scrubbies. I get everything nice and full.
That sounds great. I think maybe we could bring, when Matt gets back next week, we'll have to bring some knives into the studio and see if you'd like to sell some digital knives. We'll bring them up on the screen. Just have them go across the screen.
Digi knives.
And then
that'd be great.
I'll surprise everybody. We'll have a camera ready, and I'll go, and then the camera will pan to the wall, and you'll see I hit a bullseye with a throwing knife. Don't mess with me if you come into the swap shop with a suitcase full of knives, because I'll throw a throwing knife at you.
Well,
I
if
like
you want
throwing
the
knives.
briefcase too, I can carry those as well. You know,
Okay.
pack y'all up in that little bag.
That sounds, yeah, that sounds like it would be a fair deal. Well, thank you so much for your call. What was your name?
Oh, Mushroom, but you can just call me Greg.
Okay, Mushroom or Greg. Oh, here, real quick, here's our Sour Patch Kids simulation. You just drop it, put it right there in the knife. Thank you so much, Greg. Have a
There
great,
she goes.
have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
So you would bring the Sour Patch Kid over here.
Bring it over.
And bring it into the
Bring that
knife.
Sour Patch over. And
There's a
we'll
lot of questions
put it
I
in
have
the-
for a knife salesman.
Bring that shit over, girl. Up the chooch hole. Put it in, girl. She's in. Let the fun begin.
Now you
And
got
now
it.
I'm gonna cut your
Nice.
throat in the bathroom.
And then you eat a Sour Patch Kid. Oh, it's just a digital knife. Don't worry, I'm not being stabbed.
Sometimes you have to cut somebody's throat. It's Atlanta.
That's right.
And somebody, people owe you money, or maybe they stole your hot wings, or I don't know what goes on here in the
Correct.
city sometimes.
That's correct.
It's violent.
Try to be do our swaps, and sometimes people come in and they want to bring knives to a swap shop, but we say bring them on in because we'll swap for them.
I know,
No
with that
violence.
Sour Patch Kid.
Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the items up for swap, Eddie. I'd like to hear your opinion on
Let's
some
see
items
if
we
I
have
want
in the
any of
swap
this
shop.
stuff. I'll tell you how much it's worth on the open market.
Here's a glass dish being swapped by Ajax. He put a penny to scale. We usually ask for a quarter to scale.
Now, what the hell is that?
It's a glass dish. It looks like something to put. You could probably fit about 3 or 4 Sour Patch Kids in the glass dish.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that would be. An ashtray?
I don't, it almost
An
looks too
ashtray.
small for a little.
It looks like some kind of. Honestly, it looks like pot paraphernalia or something.
right.
Like I don't. You put pot in it or something.
But you know what they say? A lot of people love watching the
Like-
swap shop on
pot?
No, just who like glass dishes.
No.
That's
It
what
looks-
I'm talking about.
Looks like you sprinkle. I don't know a lot about pot, honestly. I'm gonna be real with y'all. But it looks like you sprinkle pot in it. You weigh out your pot.
Right.
Then you dump out your pot and you roll it up. I don't what I know about pot. But you roll up the pot and you smoke it. That's a pot. It's a pot weigher
Right.
or something.
So would you swap? You wouldn't be personally interested in swapping?
I know a lot of people that would be really into that pot storage device.
Right. Could you think of any other creative uses for it besides for drug use? Because I
Probably
don't
a little,
like drugs
like
either.
like a little mayonnaise scooper or something.
Mayonnaise.
Like a little you like a dollop of daisies.
Oh yeah, a little sauce dish.
A little dollop of daisies.
It's almost too small to put salsa in, but you could have your own little personal salsa.
It's like a little.
dish.
It's like a little bootleg spoon.
Right. But you could take or if you got 5 or 6 of these and you have friends over, you say, here's how much
Yeah.
dip you get,
Like a white lady spoon.
Right.
You know, like something fancy.
so you don't have to get your hands any sauce. in
Yeah,
your hands.
you know, it's like I'm gonna show you what a nice spoon looks like because I've got a little more money.
And that's what. So a nice spoon is with the handle.
Yeah, it's
This
like
is just a
like
dip.
I'm petite. I'm
Right.
petite. I've got this little fancy pot spoon that I picked up.
And then they'd say, has someone used that for drugs before?
I'm sure had to have.
And that's the gossip of the afternoon.
I spilled.
now I use it for
spilled the
mayonnaise.
tea for all of y'all, and that's the tea.
Or you could put tea inside of
Oh,
it.
you
and
could
crush
put
it up.
tea leaves in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at another item here.
Ugh.
It's a pot, they said. Or use it for a wedding ring.
That is that's supposed to be like a pin, like a.
It's a penny holder. Or yeah, you could take your wedding ring if you're married. You take your ring off, put it in the pot
Oh, I
holder,
see.
and then you leave it there. But why would you take off your wedding ring?
I could think of like 50 reasons to take off that wedding ring, and we don't want to get into it here.
Well, some people say like a lot of celebrities, and this is my dream, is one day I'm gonna have get a celebrity ring, and it's gonna be worth a lot of money, and they don't like to wear it out and about because it draws attention, and they don't want to get their hand get any troubles with their hand
You're not
being
supposed
cut
to.
off or.
During Christmas, you're supposed to take off all your jewelry when you go shopping, because criminals will say, "Hey, she's got a lot of jewelry. I'm going to cut her fingers off and take her jewelry." That's what I heard.
Really?
Yeah, when you go shopping at Lenox Mall.
So you keep your hands.
You take the
Free of
jewelry
jewelry.
off because criminals will look at the jewelry and chop your fingers off. That's
Wow.
what I heard.
So that's what you would do. You'd take the ring off, put it in the glass dish. So if you have an expensive ring, just
Take 'em
set it right
off.
in there.
Or they'll chop your fingers off and
That's
take your
right.
jewelry.
Take it off, drop it in the dish.
And cut your throat in the bathroom at Lenox Mall.
And then when you lose, if your hand's ever in the sink and you say, "Where's my wedding?" Oh, good thing I
It's
didn't lose
in
my
the
wedding
pot
ring down
dish.
there. It's in the pot dish. And then you come back and you find out your son or daughter was put pot on top of it.
Yeah,
Why'd you put
smoking
pot on
pot.
my wedding ring?
But that's fine because you'll be probably smoking it too.
It's the future.
It's the future. Pot
Let's go ahead and look at that next one. I'm intrigued. What is this? It's another little item from Ajax, a little mini vase.
It's like a little like a doll's vase.
Right.
Or a vase if you're fancy. A
Vase.
mini vase.
But I really like the design on it. It looks like lava fire, like it was sculpted out of magma.
Yeah. Like you could have a little tea party for crickets.
Right.
A tea party for crickets.
Or a tea party at JR Crickets.
Ooh, yes, a tea party at JR Crickets.
Just pour.
That is the tiniest thing I've ever seen.
That's just enough to put enough sauce in it, just to dribble.
Just a little
on.
bit.
I don't
Just
like a
little
lot of
bit.
sauce on my things.
That's true. You could have one little.
One sprit and sauce,
Like
or it could
just
be a
a little
salt,
bit.
salt and pepper, a spice holder.
That is one tiny vase. Ajax.
Yeah. And if you're watching this on the chat, what would you put in this little mini vase? Or give us a call. Let us know at 413-961-4263. Looks like a little gooseneck at the end, and
It
it's
does.
down. Whoever made this, crafted this, did a great
A
job.
leprechaun,
That's right.
maybe.
And here's another, it looks like piece of glassware items that was put together by Ajax. Just keep the glass coming.
It's a little dolphin. A little whale or something.
Yeah. It almost looks like Will Long Donovan. Rest in peace.
Small glass fish.
But
Well,
it looks
it's
like he used a toothbrush behind it for
It looks
scale.
like a beluga whale, or something, or yeah. And
That's
they,
it.
This could be a good ring holder too. You put the rings around
yeah,
the fish.
you could put it around its little head
Yeah.
and strangle it or something.
And then let the fish know, hey, I know you can never get married, but I love you.
Yeah,
If
animals
I could
can't
marry
get
you, I would marry
animals
you.
can't get married yet.
No. Do you think that will change?
I mean, I hope so. Let everybody get married. Why not? Who cares anymore? Just let everybody have a good time. You know,
Yeah.
if that glass fish wants to get married, let him.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to his wedding, and
It's
I'll
a
have those
beautiful
wedding
little
fish.
Would you give that as a gift to anybody, Eddie?
I could give it as a gift to somebody, but they'd probably be mad at me.
Yeah. They would say, "What? You didn't get a $25 gift card?
They'd
Everybody else
say-
got me a $25
Yeah,
gift
they
card to
say,
Best Buy
"Where's
and
my
Target."
where's my Target gift certificate? This is not enough." They would be like, "Where's my gift card?"
Like, I thought you would use this glass fish to put it on top of the gift card so it doesn't get blown away. But this
Yeah.
is just a glass fish. Did the gift card get blown away?
Yeah, they say this is great, but is the gift card in the bottom of the box?
Right. Well, then they'll find out later down the road. Sorry, it was just a difficult time. I couldn't really spare the $25 at Target, but
Yeah.
I thought I would make you this glass fish out of the bottom of my heart.
Yeah,
I see that you don't really want it now. Look at the design. It looks like I captured the ocean in it.
It is.
Captured it for you.
I'd take it back and I'd break it, and I'd say nobody gets it. Nobody gets it now.
You would break your own craft?
Yeah, sometimes you have to like ruin it for everybody. Like
Yeah.
you got to be one of those kind of people.
Let's take a look at one more item here, and then we have a couple other special things to get to today. So here we go. Another piece of glassware, but it looks like it's from another person named Sean Whitehead. It's a cat mug.
I don't know what to say about that.
You love cats, Eddie, right?
I mean, I'm allergic to cats, and they're cute, I guess. But that frowny cat, what's that angry cat that's always on television that's always pissed off about everything? Frowny cat?
Yeah, frowny
Angry cat or something?
Frowny cat.
Pissy cat? something.
This cat looks upset as well, and it looks like in the background they used a poster of a cat for scale. But this cat, it's just, it's holiday themed. It's got a little Santa hat on, and it's got a little vest. It looks like the cat is even holding
True.
little plates, like cookie plates.
It's an angry cat on Christmas.
Hey, look at the brownies I made. Come on over. We're having brownies tonight. And then the cat pretends he or she's at a human's house,
That's
and it
true.
pretends it's a part of the holiday party.
That cat seems a little selfish, if you ask me.
Right.
But look, in the background, you can see a human who's taking the picture.
Right.
The reflection.
What do you think that human is up to?
I don't know. Something scary. Something real creepy and scary.
Mm,
You can see
that's
him.
a good try.
He's back there, look, just staring
Right.
at those cats. Just loving those cats.
Looks like he's got something planned.
No, he can't get enough of those cats. It's too much.
What do you think he's got in that cat mug?
Just probably dead cats. He can't let go of those
You
cats.
cut up dead cats and put them in there?
Probably.
Or cat hair?
Maybe eating cats.
Not a
Hugging,
big fan of
sleeping
this
with
guy,
cats.
honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oof. There he is. Staring into his.
Look at those
into the
pixelated
abyss.
digital cats. Just
Right.
too much. He's in my soul now.
If you look at this photo, you see two cats right off the bat, but there is a third one if you look somewhere in those pixels.
No. Get out of my soul, cat. Digi cat. I'm getting dizzy. I stared into that pixelated nightmare.
Eddie, are you okay, Eddie?
I'm pulled back out of it. I think I'm all right. Whew. Who
Okay.
knew that pixelation could get you?
That's it. Sometimes if you stare long enough into it, you become a different person,
You stare long enough in the pixelated abyss,
and the pixelated abyss stares.
you become the
back into you.
pixelated abyss. Or
That's
something.
right.
Yeah.
We have a new segment I'd like to introduce today. Actually,
Yeah.
I usually do this with Matt. We spend time and meditate on certain things. Today, I thought it would be great to have a themed meditation. It looks like we're getting ready to prepare it, but before we prepare it, I just want to say, you have an accessory that I think I am very jealous of.
Yeah.
And also people in the studio are, and I think the people in the chat will be jealous of it if you show it and people see it. It's your watch on your wrist. I have a watch, but it's not as good as this watch.
How do we get into this Blair Witch watch?
It's like, computer, go ahead and zoom in on that Blair Witch.
It is a Blair Witch watch. Look at that. The Blair Witch. Little handprints in the background.
So are those the handprints of the?
It's the children that the Blair Witch killed.
How about that?
That's what that whole movie's
Yeah,
about.
the Blair Witch killed all these children.
Wow. And is that the Blair Witch, the stick figure?
I don't know what the hell the stick figures are. They're all throughout the movie though.
So you wouldn't swap for that. No one would swap for that watch. Is that an untouched swappable? item?
That is an untouched swappable watch that you could probably get on Amazon for $10.
So the only way someone will get that from you is if they kill you.
They have to cut my throat in a bathroom to get
Bathroom.
this Blair Witch watch.
Wow. Well, it brings up this week the new Blair Witch movie is coming out. We don't talk about a lot of things coming out,
Yeah.
movies or anything. But Eddie, we are both horror fans. I believe
Yes.
you're a bigger horror fan than I am. But we thought, what better way than to celebrate the new movie coming out than to take a trip to the woods? We all have been to the woods. We live in a country surrounded by trees. We live in a city in Atlanta surrounded by trees.
Trees everywhere.
And trees are great for you. They give you oxygen. Without trees, we wouldn't be able to breathe.
Yep.
So thank a tree today if you get a chance. We
Yep.
celebrate them on Earth Day, but that's only one day a year. But we thought, what are the scary parts of the trees? So we decided to put together a little simulator, a VR simulator. It's called Scary Tree Woods Simulator. And we can change the title if we ever decide to revisit this. So I guess I'll go first and we'll just talk about a scary time I was in the woods.
Creepy ass woods.
Yeah. And then we invite you to call in as well. 413, there it is, 961-4263 if you have a scary moment in the woods. My scary moment happened recently. I'm a camper. I like to go out camping. I went camping in the North Georgia mountains
Yeah.
off the Appalachian Trail. And outside my tent at night, I was asleep, and I forgot that I left my food in a bag outside, and I heard a rustling.
Yeah. A fox.
And then maybe that's what I thought. Oh, it's just an animal, and it's just eating my food. It's not gonna mess with me. And I was like, but I'm too scared. I was 26 years old when this happened.
26.
I said I'm too scared to go out there and even look at what it is, because if it's a bear and I interrupt it, it's gonna be ticked and it's gonna come after me. I'm gonna stay in my tent. You can keep my my Nutri-Grain bars. You can keep the forest valleys. You can keep the raisins. Keep it all. Eat it. I'll be okay tomorrow. I'm going back to Atlanta. I'll get barbecue the next day. But then I thought, it sounds like it's getting closer. And then I don't think it wanted the food anymore. It wanted to come at me. I think it wanted to eat me. It started messing with my tin flap. Then I heard the zipper. And I put headphones on and fell asleep. Scared myself. And when I woke up, it was gone.
Wait, that's it?
That was it.
You didn't see nothing?
No.
No demons? No,
No.
bears? No wolves?
No. No monsters.
Nothing?
No. That was it. I woke up and I figured it was just an animal wanting to be curious. What's this zipper?
It didn't tear through the tent and rip your face off?
No.
No.
I was okay. I could lie and tell a fib, but no, that's a true story. Eddie, now it's your turn.
It could have been like about ready to kill you.
Right. Well, there was a time I got mauled by a mountain lion and outside of San Francisco, but we talked about it on the swap shop.
I
But
see.
that was something I don't really want to revisit. Not even for this. What about you, Eddie?
One time I was lost in the woods with two of my friends, and it was freezing outside and the sun was going down, and we had to swim across this lake. It was terrible to get. All this is true. We had to swim across this lake because we were so lost, and there were twigs all in our hair, and there was like our clothes were ripped. This is all true.
Wait, so how did you get lost?
We don't know. We were just walking through the woods and then got turned around, and we were so lost. And then my friend, we're brother and sister, and he looked at me and he's like, she was hysterical. She was like, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. And I was like, we're trying to get out of here. The sun was going down. It was 0 degrees. We were going to die. Then he was like, I'm going to have to slap her. He looked at me and I was like, slap her. Slap the shit out of her. And then he hauled off and slapped the shit out of her. And then she was just like shaking but not stirred. And then we had to swim across this dirty lake to get, because we saw like houses way far. We were so lost.
What woods was this?
It was like on the south side of Atlanta somewhere.
Wow.
And then we got across and we got, all our clothes were ripped. Like she had a sweater on, it was ripped. It was like we were like molested. I don't want to say the other word. Molested. And then we got
Wait,
back
who
to
molested you?
Well, it was like we were
Oh,
molested.
it was like you were.
Then we got back to their house and she's like, I feel like I want to call the police. I feel like I want to call the police. It was pretty terrible, honestly.
For her brother slapping her?
For just because she felt like she didn't know what to do. She was like, we've been lost and our clothes are ripped. There was like dirt cuts on us,
Right.
twigs all in our hair.
So what do you think? There was a spirit in the woods that...
I think there was a demon after us trying to get us lost and had us turned around. We were jumping creeks and jumping like ravines trying to get out. We were just so lost and scared.
And
I've never been so turned around in my life anywhere. And I was like,
do you think you entered like a portal or
could have been
or some
what they
kind of
call
void?
a vortex.
A dark vortex.
A vortex.
So you walked out of it. It's one piece.
We got out of there in one piece. It was pretty
Have you
frightening.
ever revisited those woods?
No, I've never been back out there again because it was, I don't know why it was so confusing and so lost. I don't usually get lost like that. But I was even nervous because I was like, we're never getting out of here alive.
Wow.
And he slapped the hell out of her. Her hair went flying. But she was hysterical. She was hysterical.
So
But
this was before you didn't have a smartphone then, or was this...
no, it was before the smartphone.
So you didn't have a way to
It was
look up
pre-2000.
GPS. Wow.
We were like GPS. I don't even know what GPS meant. Without GPS, we're fools in this
Wow.
world. But yeah, you'll get lost in the woods.
Would you go back again into the woods?
Yeah, I've been in the woods before. I've seen wolves, dire wolves
Yeah.
chasing me, wild boars,
Wow.
all kinds of crazy stuff. Ghosts, you name it.
I've seen owls watch me from up top, and I always wonder what are they thinking up there?
Hootenannies.
Yep, their big eyes just looking at me, watching me, and I can see them. They're in my neighborhood. They live here in Atlanta.
Owls?
Yeah, in the fall time and springtime.
What the hell?
Are you afraid of owls? They're too small to get me, but I sometimes worry about my
No.
dog and my cat.
I don't know if I'd be afraid. I think if an owl flew at me, I'd punch it in the face.
Right. I would shine the Blair Witch glare watch at them.
I don't know what scares an owl, but surely an owl's you can
It would
shoo
hurt
an
their
owl
eyes.
away.
That's the only way they can see is their eyes.
Oh, really? You can shine a
Maybe-
flashlight
I think
in their eyes?
so. Or just shine your watch.
I mean, surely you can just
Or
punch an
slap
owl.
it.
You can slap an owl and get it right out of your face. And you can slap your friend if they lose it. But I'll tell you this, lesson learned. If your friend starts getting hysterical, don't be afraid to slap them.
Have you ever been in any other situation that you've been where someone's been hysterical in a scary situation?
That has been hysterical. Yeah, I've had hysterical friends before.
Is that the number one way to deal with the problem? Is to slap
They
them?
say if you can shake a person, shake the hell out of them.
Right.
Just shake them. You can just shake them and 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 shake them, slap them and shake them, slap them, slap them, slap them and slap them and shake them and shake them. But you may hurt their neck. They'll have to go to a chiropractor.
Right. And at the end of it, is it worth it? You got them out of the woods.
You
but
got
now
them out.
Now they're in another different kind of woods.
Honestly, it's
The
fun to
hospital.
shake people.
Right.
I have fun shaking people. I don't know if it's like going to help them, but it really is sort of a lot of fun shaking people.
Knock some sense into you and shake some sense into you.
You got to slap some folks around sometimes and shake them.
So the lesson we learned is sometimes is it better to be alone and not have someone with you in the woods.
Oh no, I'm glad they were there with me. So because what if I was hysterical? Somebody's got to slap me.
Yeah.
You know, somebody might have to slap me.
Wow.
Or throw a drink in my face. I don't know if that would have applied to, like,
Right.
we weren't at a bar, but if somebody would have thrown a drink at me in the woods, I think the same rules would have applied.
Or dip down into this creek, splash some water on.
I mean, we were swimming in a creek to try to like a lake.
Well, some people will say don't ever go out there in the first place. That's what you get.
Yeah, but if you don't go, then you'll never know. If you don't go, then you'll never
That's
know.
right.
What if there was gold out there in them woods?
That's right. Or you wanted to find a ghost.
Yeah, we were looking for ghosts probably, and what we found, we learned a little bit about each other and a lot about ourselves.
Wow. Well, we would love to learn a lot about you if you've been watching the last few minutes and you'd like to share a story from the woods. We're partnering with the new Blair Witch movie. They're paying me a lot of money, and Eddie. They're giving us Blair Witch watches.
You think I'm not getting paid to wear this?
That's right. They want us to promote the movie. It's coming out, and we're going to talk about the woods.
$20 a day.
Give us a call if you'd like to talk about the woods at 413-961-4263.
You're gonna want some of this.
I'll cry in the woods. Don't be shy. I'll be like, if you find this video,
Why do you think the woods are so scary?
I know why the woods are scary. I know why. Because you don't have options in the woods. When you're in the middle of the woods, there is no forward, backward, left, right. You don't know where to go.
Right.
You're lost. There is no left, right, straight, behind. If you're in the city, you're like, this way's the right way, that way's the right way.
Who moved
When you're in the
my
woods,
stuff?
you're completely, there's no direction.
So would you rather be being chased by a serial killer in the city or not, just a figment of your imagination, but might be a demon in the woods?
Serial killer always. Let that because the serial killer's right behind you, and you know you can go this way. In
Right.
the woods, there's no. It's all around you.
There
You're
could be
locked.
more than one demon.
It's all around you. You have no options. The
Wow.
woods offers you no options. The
That's-
city, you can go to the police station. You can go forward. The serial killer's behind you.
Wow.
I
That was
thought
very,
about this
very
before.
intense. Very intense. So you would choose any day of the week somewhere else
Yeah, the
besides
woods.
the woods.
You're just screwed.
if you're being chased.
Mhm.
It's the haunted woods of South Atlanta, the word of call says. And then they put a little heart emoji, Eddie.
Oh God.
Visk
Yeah.
says he has a legit story where he was almost killed. He'll try calling it. So Visk, we welcome your call if you'd like to give us a call. Also, yesterday Visk tried to swap for a whale that you gave me, Eddie.
Yeah.
And I was looking to swap it, and Visk got disconnected. So maybe he'll be able to call back in
Okay.
and tell that story, where he was almost killed. That's intense. I wasn't almost killed. I might have almost been when I thought my snacks were being eaten.
You never know what's out there, honestly. That's the thing. It's like cut to outside. Maybe there's 10 demons standing there laughing at you. You
Right.
never knew it.
And that's the scary part. But I think we deliver good vibes, and by watching and being a part of the swap shop, I think
True.
we're untouchable. There's a shield around us, a
Yeah,
swap
you can-
shield
Put some salt around you. Put some brick dust. Some holy water.
that will protect you.
Yeah.
That's
Put
right.
all
We
that-
discussed that.
Put all that shalama-lama ding-dong on you.
That's right.
Put that Apple dongle on you, and it'll protect you. That's what I heard.
Well, until we get a call for the woods, I think we should. I just want to go in a quick one direction. Matt is in the woods in Portland right now.
Portland is a scary place.
Portland,
I wouldn't
Oregon.
be caught dead there.
Why? How come?
I don't know. It's just too white for me.
We just recently, our audio technician it just came back from Portland, so we have some Portland fans in the studio.
Yeah.
And Matt is in Portland, and like I said, he's visiting to pitch some ideas. And I thought, hey Matt, before you go up to Portland, let me put together this pitch video for you. I put together a few pitch videos in the past. I made one for Seal the Deal, an animated pilot at Comic-Con. We pitched it to some Hollywood producers. So I said, let me put together a pitch video for you.
Okay.
And I thought, what better way than to pitch, and I teased it yesterday, a swap shop sneaker,
Okay.
as we talked earlier on the show. And then we're going to finally show you that pitch video here in a second. But it's just a great idea, I think. What better way than to partner? It's the next way to expand in the universe. We've already got a streaming show. We're already a big success. The next step is to make a shoe. Would you agree, Eddie? You like shoes.
Shoes are great.
Everybody's got to wear them.
Get you from A to B.
That's right. And so I put together this pitch video, and Matt's going to play this. I think, as you know, Nike is out in Portland, just one of the big shoe companies, but we can send this to all the other shoe companies. So screen grab this video and post it on Twitter at Adidas, New Balance. Get them out there and see this video. Let's take a look. This is a pitch video for a really cool shoe company. I'm not sure if you're the right one, but you'll know when you're the right one if you decide to pursue this deal. It's a partnership with the William Street Swap Shop. We'll make a bunch of different shoes. We can replace the swoosh logo with a handshake from the Swap Shop, the iconic handshake. We'll put all sorts of hands on the bottom of the shoes. They'll be comfortable, they'll be stylish, they'll be fit. Everybody will want these new shoes. They'll be at all the department stores, available everywhere. Everything glow in the dark, light up. They'll light when you step. Those are really popular. People are into those. We'll even get shoes with wheels on the bottom so you can get to where you're going quicker, because everybody's always in a rush. And we'll even say at checkout, you don't even have to pay. You just swap us an item because it's a partnership with the William Street Swap Shop. And then we can even make a campaign when we make commercials on air, on television. Swoosh, comma, it's a deal. The swoosh of the credit card you're making, no more. You don't need to do it. Put these shoes on. You'll be good at all the sports. You'll be good at swapping. Get a pair of shoes, and they won't cost the company much to make, and I think it will give your name a lot of recognition. You'll get your name, if you're a really cool shoe company, even bigger and better. And there will even be a box that each one will be custom Matt or Zach designed, and one of the boxes could say Matt's fave pair, and that means it's Matt's favorite, like his select pair. Out of all the shoes that were made in the batch, this is his favorite pair. So it really gets people identifying with us. We'll call them swap kicks, because kicks are what a lot of people use to describe their shoes. It's a really cool, trendy name. You might not have heard of it if you're not young enough. But swap kicks, get your swap kicks on 66. And that could be a commercial for a business that's located on Route 66. You're missing out if you don't pursue this opportunity. Eddie, what do you think? Would you, if you were in Portland right now and you're an executive at, say, Nike, for example, and they said, that is a great idea to replace the swoosh?
I mean, I do love lights on shoes and wheels on shoes, and, in Portland, I mean, I'm sure they like it in Portland.
Right. Those colors, that's what you need on your kicks.
Yeah, in Portland, they probably eat it up in Portland.
So right now they're 3 hours behind, so it's almost 2 p.m. here on the Eastern time zone.
Yeah.
So it's 11 a.m. I would imagine Matt's just now about to meet at 11 a.m. with the shoe executives.
Yeah.
And he's going to meet and then go to lunch with them, and I think this video is going to be a big hit.
Yeah. In Portland, they love it. Yeah. Bigfoot's out in Portland, too.
Right.
They
We'll make
spot
shoes big enough
Bigfoot.
for Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's
They
right.
spot him out there in Portland, too,
That's
I
right.
think. So maybe he could be like the sponsor,
Right. Bigfoot. They're even good enough for Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
We always want to try and work with the next partnership on, whether it's Apple or Nike, somebody on the West Coast. Give us a shout out.
Yeah. Bigfoot, he wears them.
Eddie, have you enjoyed your time on the William Street Swap Shop today?
I have, yeah. I love the woods. It's creepy and scary, and, we'll probably go out there and get murdered by somebody out there one day, and I'm all for it.
But if you're out and you're wearing a new pair of swap kicks, you can move fast.
Yeah, you can
run
haul
fast.
ass.
You can jump high, like they bounce. Hello, welcome to the William Street Swap Shop. You got a few minutes. Come on in.
Hi, Eddie. Hey, Jack. How's it going?
Hello.
Hey, it's Visk. We're doing great. How about yourself?
Doing okay. Still waiting on the cast to come off of my leg, but
Oh, no.
not bad overall.
Hey, did you hurt your leg in the woods?
No, this is unrelated. This is a basketball injury in my driveway, but I did have a wood story for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
This happened when I was about 19 or 20, so it was about 13-ish years ago, near my wedding area, actually.
Where you got married?
When I was in college. Same area, my uncle's army land, but this is in a different part of it, where he raises cows and donkeys for pets, to give it a perspective. And when I was in college, I used those animals for my photo subjects as I was a photo minor.
Okay.
And I'm one of the few people in the family who can go around those animals, walking around them freely and be safe and trusted because I know how to handle them more often than not.
You're an animal whisperer.
No, I just knew them since they were babies, basically.
Okay.
But among the groups that day were 5 donkeys, a Texas Longhorn cow, a few Brahmas, and a Brahma bull named Humpty, who was about well over 1,000 pounds. His entire head was as big as my torso. Very imposing character, and he and I had a very stressed relationship because he knew how he could intimidate me just by looking at me, and I would back away as quickly as I could because basically he could run me over in a heartbeat. But along with him was one of his offspring, another bull who was not as big. His horns hadn't developed yet. But I've known him since he was born, and he's usually fine.
Right.
So that spring day actually, I get dropped off at the farm because I want to spend a day taking pictures of the animals as they walk around freely like they normally do in a day. And if I get dropped off, there's no point in me trying to get home quickly, saying I'm bored. So there's no car. So a few hours go by. I'm following them around. I'm taking pictures as they just act like they normally would. They ignore me for the most part. Once in a while, the donkeys or a couple of the younger cows that come over to get pet. I'll pet them, and I walk away and go back to taking pictures. I go to their stream. I go into the woods with them, which is where they spend most of their time to get out of the sun because big cows get really hot and the flies get bad.
Right. So we don't have a whole lot of time left. This. So we'll get a director's story in an email and we'll read it. But if you could quickly say you've got us built up though. The tension is high. Right.
Well, more than 2 or 3 times at least, the younger bull would go towards me as I'm petting the other cows and get quite aggressive. He's never been that way before. I'm wondering why. If maybe it's because I'm in the woods with him, or if maybe he's
possessed,
getting territorial, or maybe he's possessed because there are other cows that are buried there who were pets that we just never wanted to, put to slaughterhouses. Or maybe he just knew he was destined to be a slaughterhouse cow, but he would keep pushing me around to get away from the other animals. So I figure I'll just take a break. I'll go home. I'll wait outside to get lunch. I'm walking towards the edge of the woods, and he followed me.
Oh, no.
And as I'm walking back up, I walk a little faster, but he ended up getting in front of me, and he's backing me into what ended up being rusted farm equipment, which had a hay thresher, basically. And I'm realizing if he does something like this, he's going to hurt me.
Uh-oh.
Quite badly, because there's no one here who can help me, and I don't have a phone on me. And he's about 2 feet from pushing me into that machinery, and then he just stops.
He just wanted to scare you?
To my left, to his right, apparently Humpty followed him as well, and he full-on butted heads with him for about 5 minutes just to stop him, and gave me time to actually get out of the field and out of the woods and get back into a safe spot.
Humpty the donkey
He legitimately saved me.
You better give him...
Humpty's the prime bull there who was there.
Oh, Humpty's a bull. You should give Humpty a real treat for that.
We were really, really good after that, until he passed away a few years ago.
Oh, no.
Rest in peace. Well, thank you so much, Visk. We unfortunately have to go. I know you want to try and swap for the whale, so we'll negotiate that on email or maybe call in one day later this week and we'll make a live deal. But unfortunately, we've reached our time, so thank you for calling in. And Eddie, thank you so much for hosting the show with me today. It's been a real pleasure. I was scared about 20 minutes out of that 48 minutes. So
me too.
Thank you, Eddie, and you've contributed a lot to the show today. And
thanks for having me.
Thank you so much to everybody who watched on adultswim.com. And if you'd like to swap anything, just look at williamstreetswapshop.biz or email us at williams.swap@gmail.com. Otherwise, stick around for crosswords and have a great afternoon. It's a deal.
It's a deal.
And we just keep shaking hands until the hand graphic there it goes.